It's a very original film, as you could see, somewhere between realism and surrealism, and the characters are more archetypes than real psychological characters. So from the very beginning, right away, I could see that the project had a broader ambition than just being a specific story about this woman and this father and these children. I think it's more having a vision, you know, of the world.
Yeah, I mean, did you immediately sort of cotton onto its metaphoric, fable-like element? Because it took me a bit of a while to sort of figure out that it wasn't just a sort of straight story.
Yes, it's a fable, as you say. It's an allegory. It's a metaphor about our lives, about the way we live with our families, the way we cope with the outside world, you know. And everything is to be taken on the first-degree level, and of course, on a more symbolic level.
Do you recognise anything of your own experience in the, particularly, I suppose, the first scenes where it's a more kind of normal family life, if you like?
Well, I think everybody watching the film can, you know, project his own life in this family, because again, it's a universal and eternal family, you know, with all the cliche that goes with it, you know, happiness, dependence on one another, promiscuity, sexuality, central and non-central, you know. I mean, all these things are very common to the system of the families in itself, you know. And yes, it's called home, but it becomes hell, because that's, as all systems, you know, it's got its own limits.
Mais ça va pas, non! T'en vas tout de suite! C'est complètement malin! Elle est dégueulasse, cette flotte. C'est la vraie merde, ces particules fines. Peu importe. Ça bouche les pores. Ça pénètre partout. Pieds. Non. J'ai compté les voitures. Ça a décuplé. À ce rythme-là, on passe pas l'été. On va tous crever avant. Tous. Mais arrête! Tu veux crever à petit feu ou quoi? Arrêter de grandir. Rester nain toute ta vie. C'est pour ton bien que je fais ça. C'est pour toi. Parce que je t'aime.
With Ursula, I mean, did you know her work before you took the film on?
Well, I knew her work before because she'd done a film for television before, which was very, very good. Right. But I thought she was an interesting background, you know, because she's to me the movie is not 100% French, you know, in its inspiration and spirit.
All right. I mean, how would you?
Well, with I don't know. You have all a whole flush of references, you know, that comes to the mind, you know, Jacques Tati, and you can also Hitchcock with the birds, you know, like the car coming along the highway, as like the birds, you know, in Hitchcock film. There is a sense of danger in the film, a sense of catastrophe, but the movie plays with all these different perceptions, you know, and but it never loses itself in such various path, you know.
With your position as a sort of icon of French cinema, and obviously Ursula is a sort of young director, sort of seems early on in her career. Are you conscious of the fact that your sort of status can sort of help her and sort of bring the project into a sort of higher profile than it might otherwise have, or?
Well, if
and
so,
do you sort of use that?
No, I'm not.
You don't
I mean,
really think about that at all.
Not the reason why I do it, you know. If it does, so much the better for her. Yeah. But I don't see my doing films in such an altruistic way, actually, you know. I just do it for myself. I don't do it for... and I don't have this idea of a mission, you know.
Stop! Attendez!
Quoi?
Je crois que je viens de voir quelque chose.
Allez, vite, vite, on recule.
Oh!
Et alors, quoi?
Attendez, elle arrive.
Mais y a rien!
Elle arrive. Elle arrive.